It's time now for a little trip back in time with Elizabeth Laval, president of the Fresno County Historical Society. Elizabeth joins us every month for a look back at history and a look into the future while we create and preserve history right now. And preservation is a theme for this month. So it's
Historic Preservation Month.
Historic Preservation
National Month.
So tell me about this month.
Well, one of the things that's happened over time is people are actually starting to care a little bit more about what is happening in their communities.
Right.
Started as a week, has grown into a month, and here in Fresno, we're taking it very seriously.
Okay.
We have something practically every day for people to do, whether they want to go and see a museum or they want to do a quiz, a pub quiz. It's really hard, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. Take on that challenge.
Yeah.
But everybody is joining together to really showcase the greatest things in the Valley and in Fresno. It's really fun.
So you mentioned in your Grapevine newsletter this week something that I saw the headline. I didn't read it because I wanted to be surprised at your answer.
Okay.
The difference between preservation and conservation.
Yes.
What is the difference between those two?
Very good question.
I know.
I'm so glad you asked. Conservation is traditionally more thought of as nature.
Okay.
And preservation is more buildings and structures and districts and things of that nature. So if you wouldn't call Yosemite, you're going to preserve Yosemite. You're going to conserve Yosemite.
Got it.
Conserve outside.
Both sort of, they all fall into history.
They do.
You know, so that's good to know what the difference is. So how are we celebrating National Preservation Month?
Well, my favorite thing that I'm getting to do is I'm doing on our website, and it's getting spread around, that's on Facebook, we're doing a picture of the day from that date.
Oh,
so today I did May 1st.
Yes, I believe we have that picture. Not
well,
quite that one, but who are we looking at there?
That is Mrs. Reagan. Okay, well, let's talk about this. This is Kearny Mansion when it was being preserved.
Yeah.
In the early 70s, when the Historical Society had taken over and they were getting it ready for tours. Is that not a great shot? That's the back side of the servants' quarters, and you can see that they were doing as best. Now, because it's on the National Register, everything had to be done with certain regulations.
Right.
But I just love that picture with the guy on the scaffolding. It's a great photo. The van, I know.
That is such a sign of the times.
People work so hard, and I don't know if we have the photo inside where the lady is putting, there she is. Those grape lamps were made for Mr. Kearny, and the mold is kept in Mr. Kearny's actual bank safe.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you can see that. So that's really exciting. That's the inside. So now if you come on a tour, which we encourage highly, you will see all those things there.
Yeah, the mansion is such a cool landmark.
Yeah.
But the society is doing some other tours and some other open house dates for other landmarks in town.
They are, and everybody's doing this. And you know, actually the calendar was put together by the Historic Preservation Commission for the city, which I sit on.
Oh, okay.
And we were able to reach out. You're going to be able to go into the Warners, and you go, oh my gosh, there's so many places. Visit the website to see everywhere. There's something all throughout the month.
I think that's so interesting because I love architecture and I love understanding a period of time and why they built certain things certain ways. And I think that Fresno has some cool architecture if you know where to look for it. Roots of the Valley, that's also happening.
Yes, Roots of the Valley. So we do Roots of the Valley every month in the newsletter. And well, there's the Memorial Auditorium.
Oh yeah,
that's where the Museum of Valor is housed at this point. And that is going to be open on the 20th too for tours and all of those things. But you can go there anytime. This is called the Pantages, but it actually was the Warner. It's now the Warner's Theater for Performing Arts.
Oh, okay.
It originally was built in 1928 as the Pantages, and that is one of the best pictures ever because you can really see the architecture. Very nice photo there. And of course, we have, if you're talking about what we preserve, we weren't able to keep the courthouse from falling down, but
No.
we have the ladies that are in our storage at this point, and the cupola is out at the Fairground Museum.
Oh.
Yeah, we wanted to
that's
save
cool.
those. They deserve to be preserved.
Yeah. Okay. So I think if we keep going, we've got some.
Oh,
this
that's
is
the picture of the day.
Yes.
Okay, so they were trying to show people that trucks could be used to haul stuff. Because before
interesting.
that, it was always trains.
Yes.
So this was a nationwide campaign. They filled it up with 50,000 pounds of tires, and they drove across part of California to showcase. Everybody did this on the same day,
Yeah.
and it happened on May 1st in 1923.
Look at how they're all dressed. They're all suited up.
Of
with hats.
course
It's so
they
funny. I
are.
love
This
it.
was a photographic moment.
It really was. And I think, okay, if we keep going, I think we'll get to the roots of the valley. So what, you do this every month?
We do Roots of the Valley every month, but this was a really special one because we have an event called Time Travelers.
Right.
That's starting back. We're doing a mini Time Travelers in May.
Okay.
And then in October, we're going to be doing 3 school tour days and 1 open house with a big barbecue and all
Yes.
of that. It'll be happening in the 3rd week of October. But we wanted to showcase all the groups that came here and made this what I call a variegated tapestry, this beautiful tapestry. And so it has little stories about every group that really moved here, emigrated here.
Yeah.
And then also about how their little timeline and everything.
Right.
And it's on a separate web sheet, so you can
okay.
look at it, click through, and you'll be able to see it. So much information.
Yeah.
We want everybody to be able to celebrate. It's really important. And then we have our
yes.
mystery dinners coming up. You know, we always sell out.
Yes.
So
these
put
are
tickets-
coming in October, right?
October. This
Yeah.
is the last week in October by Halloween. And this is saying that the tickets are up on sale already.
And they really will sell out.
They will.
I mean, could you imagine, if you have not been there or heard us talk about it, a mystery dinner at Kearney Mansion
There's a murder.
in October?
And this one may have a ghost involved. I'm not sure.
Spooky. Okay.
I know.
You guys always have so much happening. We will have all the information about their upcoming events and everything happening at Kearney Mansion with the Fresno County Historical Society. Elizabeth Laval, thank you so much.
Thank you, Emily.
And the Fresno County Historical Society is also a proud sponsor of our On the Map series with our very own AJ Fox. And today, he is taking us to a place named after a group of settlers who all wanted part of their names on the map.
Well, once the gold rush was over, it didn't take the Central Valley of California long to switch to an economy that was more based in agriculture. And in the 1800s, 4 German settlers had homesteads right in this area. Their names were Chris Hughes, Ben Spuler, Fred Schmidt, and Gottlieb Utley. Wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. The way their homesteads were laid out, all 4 properties came together to a point. They even shared a well. When the Southern Pacific Railroad placed a train stop here in 1899, it was named Dutch Corners after those 4 German settlers. Well, here's a $5 word for you, euphony. It essentially means easy on the ears. And the powers that be decided that Dutch Corners was a little too difficult to say. And so, in the interest of euphony, or perhaps maybe even laziness, they took the first couple of letters of Dutch and Corners and came up with Ducor on the map of Tulare County. With Nikki Purewall behind the camera, I'm AJ Fox.
You can watch this and other installments of our On the Map series brought to you by the Fresno County Historical Society. Just go to our website, yourcentralvalley.com/on the map.